Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's stream. We're streaming the finals for Boost Cup Season 8 tonight. We've got a best of 7 matchup between 12 characters and spicy pasta. With me on the line, I've got the one and only 5 squared. What's going on, 25?
Oh, nothing much. What about you?
Not a whole lot. Also got the one and only. Got a lot of one and onlys on usually. Magic Llama number 7. What up, homie?
Not much other than the games tonight should be great. A great, I guess, game singular.
Match.
Series. Yeah, match, whatever.
There will be at least 4 games.
So yeah, I mean it should be great. Looking forward to it for sure. But yeah, other than that, not too much going on for me. Hitting them all with the triple ping right now.
Beautiful.
So. Everybody's favorite.
Just a quick question. Spicy pasta is blue tonight, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Overlay
And
is correct.
I think
Is there
lineups-
lineups? Do we have a lineup?
As far as I know, those are in the stream chat. But
Perfect.
yeah, speaking of lineups, in spite of substitutions being allowed this evening, I do believe that both teams are going for a set lineup. If only due to players having stuff come up in their lives and all that stuff. But yeah, both teams appear to be going with set lineups. So on the spicy pasta side of the ball, it's going to be
I love this
Canicola.
map choice.
Yeah, we're on a snowy map for the holiday season. I offered in my original message about the finals for people to vote, but no one voted at all. So here we are.
There was a vote.
It was
Well said. Well said.
Field map will be predetermined, but I haven't decided yet. I'm open to ideas if anyone wants to make any, and no one made
That's
any.
not a vote. That's just a suggestion.
Well, I was leaning toward this map to begin with, and then I feel like Havel's trying to tell us something with his pronunciation here, whether it should be spelled have or have, but in spite of that, I still am not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't
He's
actually
making
help.
a mockery of me.
Potentially. With your
Yeah,
Australian pronunciation.
I'm still gonna say Havel because it's Havel. It's Havel. I'm not changing it.
But yeah, I mean, point I was in the process of making there before being interrupted by our map. Lineups for tonight are on the spicy pasta side of the field going to be Canicola, Cube, and Safety Dave. So they'll be without I Am Ryan likely, which is, I mean, it's a choice that they didn't have a ton of say in, but they may come to suffer from it slightly, as I Am Ryan was having a pretty good season for himself. So we'll have to see what that means for them, but the other side of the ball is going to be Canicola, sorry, that's the lineup I just did. It's going to be Tyler, Havel, and Zug. So a couple of really solid lineups, but they're all in the lobby, so I can give them the go-ahead here. We'll get underway with our Season 8 Grand Finals. Very exciting times here.
It is the big one. We have had 4 weeks of games, 8 match days, I think,
That's accurate.
of games to cast, and
7.5.
7.5 match days. But we have finally come down to the grand final of ORSA Boost Cup Spicy Pasta versus 12 characters. These two teams finished first and second, if I'm not mistaken. So both of the top seeds have made it through to the grand final. But it will likely be a close game with Havel and Canacola bringing their teams through to the final. It's going to be a big game for these top players on each team as the ball just heads into the Spicy Pasta end of the field, pushing it up towards halfway. Possession's just shifting around a little bit here as the ball comes up towards Zub in net, who will clear that ball out. It's going to come off onto the side. He's just going to whiff that ball, actually, and Dave is just going to sneak it past him.
Yeah, what I'm kind of noticing so far is teams are just playing a bit slow, potentially feeling each other out. Oh, there's a rocket of a pinch just off the post. But yeah, it sort of just seems, first game of the day, it's going to be a long series, so teams are probably just kind of feeling each other out, taking it slow, trying to figure out where they are here.
Yeah, well, we're playing a best of 7 series day, so it's going to be a set for the guys. So they definitely have room if they do drop the first game. But that ball's just dropped down right in front of the net. Havel gets a nice clear out to the side, and that's a great pass from Zub, but Havel can't get onto the end of it. Picks up a boost and tries to challenge Canacola. No, but Canny beats both of them. There's one in the back now, and Tyler is going to clear that one. Dave's going to put it down, and it's going to pop all the way back towards Zub. Zub knocks it to the side, and Havel can't quite get a connection on that, and Zub gets demoed, and now it's 2v3 as they try and push the ball. Candy's going to follow this up in the air. It's over.
Oh, what a save!
A nice save and safety. Dave off to the side. Can't get the shot that he wanted to get off. Cube's going to try and follow this up, and Tyler will knock it safe. Zub's going to try and follow it. Candy's going to put it back in one more, and it popped right there, but Havel's going to knock it back.
Yeah,
We've
and we're
played
seeing
half of the match already, but neither team has really threatened the goal. We've seen only 3 shots from Spicy Pasta in 12.
Oh, Caster's cursed.
Of course.
You've destroyed Spicy Pasta. Blame 5 square dollars, Spicy Pasta fans in the chat. Havel finds the ball off the wall and just takes a spectacular touch. It's not too much that can be said about that one. It was really just all the touch from Havel. Got it right on the corner of his car and got a ton of power on it and great placement into the lower 90. And yeah, it's a big 1-0 lead here for this 12 character squad. It'll be a big difference in a game as slow paced as this one has been so far.
Yeah, it sure will. But Spicy Pasta are known for dropping the first game in the set, so we will see if 12 characters take this game. How will Spicy Pasta come back? Will they fall to their old tradition of making a comeback in their best of 3 sets? I was going to say that there was only 3 shots for Spicy Pasta, but now there's 4, and Havel scored a goal without a shot, so it's still only 1 shot for the 12 characters guys.
He's just adding his shooting percentage stat is what he's doing there.
Oh yes, of course. Well, we usually see 12 characters with some really good offensive pressure, keeping the ball up there and absolutely battering the defensive lines. But we don't see it we haven't seen it that often, and Havel's actually going to get a nice clear off that offensive pressure. That's a great pinch as well. It's going to come down into the corner, and safety Dave's going to struggle to get there. Havel's going to get a weird touch off to the side, and Cube's going to knock it into the center.
Yeah, it's just some more back and forth play, but I think that 12 characters does definitely benefit from this, so they're probably okay with this. I hate to use the term, but ping pong style of Rocket League. So there's Contagious Tomfoolery's ping pong counter. But yeah, they do have the lead, and there is only a minute left, so they're fine with just taking big clears and just maintaining defensive presence here. And because they can just carry this 1-0 lead all the way to the end.
They sure can, and they're looking to maybe extend that lead as Havel finds a gap in the defense and puts it through.
Yeah, that he does. It was some good pressure there, just having the players on the ball. All 3 of the players, I would say, contributed to that one, even if it was just a whiff from Zub that definitely served to fake out the defender at least a little, but it's that kind of pressure and just repeated follow-ups that eventually the defense finds themselves out of position, and 12 characters can get the goal on that one. And with 30 seconds to go, it's a 2-0 lead, and that's pretty huge.
Sure is, and that was exactly how 12 characters like to play, putting that ball constantly into the back of the net, trying to just bang it into the goal. But they're 2-0 up, and it looks like they're going to take this first game of the best of 7. Spicy Pasta, in this best of 7 set, you will need to win 4 out of the 7 matches to come away with the win. And Carney, it's actually a really nice shot to make that 2-1 with 6 seconds remaining.
There's a chance, boys. Canicola putting a goal in. 6 seconds left, like you mentioned. It was just a great pass from Cube and a great job by Kenny as well to get up quickly but still get that ball in under the crossbar. That is a surprisingly difficult thing to do. I know that I'm very bad at it. Kenny as well in the Batmobile. I mean, me being bad at something doesn't necessarily mean it's difficult, but that one is going to hit the ground here in 12 characters. Come away with the win in game 1. But definitely a close game. Spicy Pasta showed they had something going for them there. And yeah, I definitely think it's shaping up to be a great series.
Yeah, well, it was definitely it was sort of a close game, but Spicy Pasta didn't really dominate as they have in a lot of their season and semi-final matches.
But they are also known for the slow start thing.
That's true.
They did appear to have fixed that recently, but the pressure of the finals may just revert them to their old ways. They did also say that they are greatly benefited by all this fan support in the chat, so.
Yeah, because no one likes a good 12 characters interview.
Yeah, well, you know, we've all been there.
5 in 5.
Yeah, and I guess another storyline as well. Remembering from chat, we got Creature in chat as well, member of the Kings of Pasta from a few seasons ago, which I was just reminded existed, and that was also Havel's team. So he wants to kind of take out this next Pasta team because he doesn't feel that they're the true Pasta team. He feels that they're an impasta, if you will. So,
all right, I'm gonna let you take the play-by-play for this match just for that pun. Thanks. Look what you've done.
I've killed you. Oh yeah, but Creature. Oh, what a save by Tyler! Oh man.
Wow.
I didn't think he had that one. I was about to say, and now Havel's just booming it the other way. Cube! Get the goal line save the other way. What is going on? Immediately, both teams way more aggressive than the last one.
Let's get the ping pong going back on as the head the crossbar and Zub. Oh no, he's so
it's in!
But it is gonna go in top corner.
Oh no. Okay, McBoob has lost connection to our game, so we're gonna radio broadcast this one. That was Havel catching the ball off the crossbar, getting it done there. And now it's gonna be kickoff going in here. Havel and Kenny. Very nearly.
Yeah, that was actually really back and forth, and just didn't seem like either team. It's the early lead for 12 characters, but we'll see if they can hold on to it as there's still 4 minutes remaining. The ball's going to pop over to the side, and Carney's going to clear it back out. He's going to follow it up himself as well, but he's got low boost, and everyone's just leaving and joining, and I don't even know what's going on.
It's just Boop and Cube.
Everyone, that's everyone.
Boop had a connection.
That's everyone in my eyes.
There's no one else in this game. Not even you. Oh, Kenny! Oh, what a save from Tyler!
Oh my.
This man on defense this game has just been so impressive.
Sure has. And the game has been so much different to the first one. Most of it's been being played in 12 character side of the field, but they're still managing to have 4 shots to 3 at the moment in favor of 12 characters. Ball's actually going to pop out the side. Obviously didn't anticipate that whiff there, but that's going to pop straight down and no, couldn't quite get there. Havel's going to hit it onto the net. No one's really back. A Cube does get the save on the line. He's going to try and beat the ball guy on the wall, but Zub does get the touch. He's going to go up and he's going to redirect it onto goal. And Safety Dave gets a nice touch. Cube's going to knock it back out and it pops down, but no one really seems to be there. Spicy Pasta holding on here. 3 minutes remaining. They've still got plenty of time to score a goal, but they really haven't challenged that net.
Well, they have had a few good shots, but what they're struggling with right now is following up their good shots effectively. because we've seen them putting a ton of pressure. We've seen Tyler have to come out with these super impressive saves, but the Spicy Pasta team just needs to get a player in the position for a rebound, or potentially both players, knowing that they are playing with this deficit. They can potentially attempt to be a bit more aggressive on it. But yeah, currently, I think that it's just a bit of offensive rotation that Spicy Pasta can put together, and they'll be much more effective as a team.
That's a great pass from Kenny back down to Cube, and Tyler has to make a good save to stop that one from going in the top corner. Ball's just sort of popping up and down the 12 character side of the field, but there is a clear coming out. County's going to try and knock Havel, but Havel fakes him. It goes into the center, and safety Dave just has the boost to make it. He pops it into the center and tries to follow it up, but he couldn't quite. 12 characters put that ball back onto the net. Carney's going to follow it up off the wall, but he misses it, and Zub now has just safety Dave to deal with, but he can't quite get there. Havel's put it onto the net. The Cube is going to clear it. Tyler's put that ball way up in the air, and safety Dave's going to get it. Tyler's going to knock it off to the side. Havel's there, and safety Dave gets a clear. They've had a lot more offensive pressure, as I've just said, in the past minute, but they haven't really threatened the goal at one time. That's a bit of a whiff there, but
and the bump as well. That was
yes, weird defensive play there, but we'll get that. Zub's knocked it down. Tyler's going to try and attack this ball. No one's there, actually, and Tyler's put that one just off into the corner, and Cube gets a save off the backboard. Double demo from Tyler. He's got one to deal with, but can't
it's
quite
still
get
there.
it. Drop straight down for safety Dave to knock that one out. Oh, it's come all the way back down the other end of the field. Spicy Pasta are holding on, and 12 characters just trying to put this one.
Oh no!
Make
Did
it
Cube
2-0.
save that?
That was not what he anticipated, I'm sure. He's pushed it over, and Havel's going to try and follow, but Cube's knocked it back up. 30 seconds, and Spicy Pasta need a goal to bring it to overtime. Tyler's going to try and beat safety Dave, but safety Dave gets there first. Havel's going to knock it wide, and the ball's popped into the center. Zub's knocked it off to the wall again. Cube gets it past him. Carney's put it onto the goal, but Tyler and Havel, they're too good. Havel's bounced onto his hood, and no one's back. Safety Dave's going to try and get there, but he can't quite. He's actually onto the side, and Cube's going to try and knock it away. It's off onto the side, and the ball just has to stay up here, but it doesn't quite. Havel's knocked it down. It's a double commit from Carney and safety Dave. They want to try and get this ball down 12 characters, and it does.
Close.
Close ending there. Spicy Pasta only one goal down that game, but they seem to have a lot more of the game possession. What did you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Spicy Pasta did seem to be doing very well. They seemed, from what I was seeing, they seemed to have more chances and better chances on offense. The stats don't lie, however. So according to that, 12 characters did outshoot Spicy Pasta 8-6. But yeah, Spicy Pasta was just not quite there on a lot of their offensive efforts. I think that a lot of their shots were first chances, while a lot of the 12 character shots came in as second and third chances after a shot, and then eventually they were able to squeak one in. But yeah, I think it's going to need to be just more higher pressure from Spicy Pasta is the word I would use to describe it. They just need to play more aggressively on offense. They need to instead of rotating all the way back to their net, they need to try to win balls at midfield and then turn those into 2-on-2 opportunities or 2-on-1 opportunities on the other end, instead of always having one player in the back and one player rotating back, and then just a lot of 1-on-2s, 1-on-3s up in the front. So I think it'll come down to team play on offense and more solid offensive rotation.
Yeah, there were a lot of times where neither team actually looked like they were going to score or looked like they were going to make the save. That was really back and forth with a lot of bad defensive rotation. But
Zub!
play has gone on, and Zub has taken another lead for 12 characters, 1-0, only 12 seconds in this game.
Yeah, that was just a bit of a poor play. I don't know necessarily that it was entirely anyone's fault there, because Kenny did have the whiff, but the rotating in player, which I believe was Cube, apparently trusted Canny a little bit more than he should have and went for boost instead of rotating straight back to the net. So they left the net fairly open for Zub, and then credit to Zub as well. Good job being ready for Canicola's whiff, and he found the exact correct spot in the net as Cube just misses on that one. But yeah, big early lead from Spicy Pasta, and they've shown, or not from 12 characters rather, and they've shown that they can control the pace of the game with the lead well. So we'll have to see if that can keep up.
Well, I actually just remember that Spicy Pasta have not scored a goal in the 2 games that they have played, and if this was a normal season match, 12 characters would already have won. But it is a best of 7, and the ball comes from Carney actually beating the guy in the goals.
Yeah, that was just a bit of an uncharacteristic error, I would say, from Havel. We saw Zub with a bit of a questionable clear, and then Havel uncharacteristically whiffing there. Spicy Pasta player as well actually whiffed the ball, so eventually it came down to Canny, and he did a great job on the shot. Very, very good to just get it up in the air and over the defender and right off the kickoff. That was crazy. He was up so fast, and he put so much power on it. Canny with the cheat, Cube with the solid, very solid kickoff to just pop it straight up and going a little bit over toward the 12 character side. And Canny, great job getting up fast and rotating his car well to smash that one into the back of the net. Much like you, the viewer, should smash our shiny new subscribe button. But yeah, very, very, I don't know, good change of pace from Spicy Pasta here. They're playing a lot faster, it seems, and a lot more coordinated on offense.
Definitely are, and they do have the lead for once in this grand final. Safety Days put that down, but Tyler's actually just going to knock it straight up, and Havel has to clear it out towards Kanye's going to try and catch it. Havel's still got the follow-up, though, into the center. Safety Days can't get up to it, so Tyler puts it underneath the crossbar.
Yeah, and this was another good example of team play on offense here. Havel with a good pass. Tyler doing very good to get there, and he basically scored that the first possible second he could have, as it was right on the wall and just sneaks under the crossbar. But yeah, a bit of a whiff coming out from Safety Dave, so just, you know, a fairly routine error. Couldn't quite happen. Zub with a good block there, looking to turn it around, but not quite going to happen. So yeah, we're seeing 12 characters now coming out faster, it seems. Maybe adjusting to meet the pace that Spicy Pasta was setting in the first minute or so. So we'll have to see if Spicy Pasta can stay in control, or if it's going to go to 12 characters. It's the opposite combo we saw in the last one. Tyler with the very good center, and a bit of a bump as well on Cube. Does a good job getting around the ball, get the center, and Havel with a great touch. Gets his wheels on it to get a nice soft touch, so even though he's moving in the same direction as the ball, he can sneak it on inside of the post without, you know, hitting it way too far. Oh, and he's looking for another one! Oh no! Cube! Oh,
can't believe that.
Yeah, this is just right off the kickoff, much like we saw with the Spicy Pasta goal. Havel with the solid cheat, and the kickoff, I believe it was Zub, just kills the ball in place. And then, yeah, Havel with a good cheat, good shot, ended up missing, but yeah, Cube very unlucky to put that one into his own net, and the net is wide open. Zub can't get it done.
No one's there. Havel's going to try and put it down, and Cube will get a save on the line. It's popped back out, but no one's really going to attack that ball, so Cube's just going to take the advantage with no boost up the other side of the field. Safety Dave's going to tap it back down, and Carney knows Zub's going to knock it wide. Carney goes up for it over the top of, I don't know who that was, I didn't read the name. Zub's knocked it up into the air, and it's come over for Havel, who's put it onto the backboard, and it comes back down, and he's hit the post! Oh no, what a shot from Havel! Couldn't put it away though. That would have made it 5-2 for 12 characters, and such a nice shot to do so, but no. 2 minutes remaining, and Spicy Pasta are only down by 2-4-2. That ball's actually just missing there, and Carney's going to get a touch, but Havel will finish it this time to make it 5-2 with 2 remaining.
Yeah, and he adds a hat trick to his name. Canny did all he could on that one, getting the ball out to the side, but yeah, it was a case of Spicy Pasta just being caught too far forward. I mean, can't fault them too much for that. They are down by now 3 goals, so a bit of aggressive play is what it'll take to get them back in this one. But yeah, they just got caught a bit too far forward, and a good booming clear sort of just caught them all out.
Yeah, it was a very closely knit play as Carney knocks that one wide. Actually, he's going to try and follow this one off the wall, but no. Faced Havilat, who misses it. It goes to Tyler. Carney gets the touch and he goes off the wall for it, but Hughes
what a
puts it
shot!
onto the net. Great shot. Dipping that under the crossbar. It's now 5-3.
Yeah, and that was a good example of what I was talking about the Spicy Pasta needs in terms of having multiple players up on the offensive side. Canny with a good touch beat a couple of the defenders there. And then Cube just demolished the ball, just snuck it under the bar over the defender, got a ton of power on it. It was a very impressive shot from him. And yeah, they're back within 2, and there's still a minute and a half, so this is by no means over for Spicy Pasta. And a demo
That's a
there.
demo on Havel there, so that's going to be a destroyed attack for 12 characters, unable to get a shot onto the net. They're trying to play defensive here, and they can't get the ball out, so the ball's just going to stay in the Spicy Pasta end of the field with 12 characters dominating possession. Ball's actually just been cleared out by Carney. It pops down, and Havel gets a tap onto the corner. He's going to try and follow it up himself, and he does. Oh no, he doesn't. Leaves it for Tyler. And Tyler's there trying to follow it off the wall, and he comes down but can't quite get the touch onto the ball. Havel's knocked it into the corner, and Carney gets a touch. Havel's knocked it wide now, and he's going to try and follow it up himself, but no, he just waits for Cube to touch it. Well, has no boost, so the ball's just going to pop back into the Spicy Pasta end of the field. 12 characters dominating possession of the ball here, and only 30 seconds left. Spicy Pasta really need a goal right now to hopefully bring their first win of this set. But no, it looks like 12 characters are still going to dominate possession as the ball pops back down.
12 characters are doing a great job of exactly what I was talking about for Spicy Pasta earlier. They're just getting super high pressure here. We see the ball rarely making it past midfield, and when it does, it's just big booming clears like that. Spicy Pasta not with too much of a follow-up, so that high pressure for the last minute, especially with a 2-goal lead, is just so suffocating, and Spicy Pasta really can't do anything about it. So 12 characters are going to take win number 3 here. 3 games in this one. Now it'll just be a reverse sweep. Spicy Pasta does say that they're bringing in their substitute player, so I Am Ryan will be making an appearance in this series, but yeah, that was pretty dominant from Havel. Oh man, we very nearly saw the triple cycle stat coming out. It was just Havel short a save. So yeah, very, very nearly getting that done, but yeah, it was fairly dominant from them. And I mean, on the other side of the ball as well, we did see a double cycle from Kenny and Cube. So we'll have to see if that play can keep up, because they did have their moments of brilliance for sure. Both characters were just a bit more effective in terms of what they were able to do with their opportunities. The shots were 10-9 in favor. That's not how math works. Hold on, it was 8-7. Pulled a Sarah on that one. Throwback. But yeah, it was close in terms of the stat lines, but in terms of the execution, it was just a bit of better play from 12 characters and Havel in particular.
Yeah, it's definitely a better play from both teams as 12 characters move on to match point. But with the introduction of I Am Ryan into the Spicy Pasta squad replacing Safety Dave, we'll have to see how that he will have an impact on this squad, possibly bringing a reverse sweep in. But it seems that he is having trouble connecting to the game because of cross-network play being disabled for someone. But
yeah,
I
believe it may have been fixed, but I am not totally sure what's going on. So we are waiting on that. We'll have to see. So yeah, I mean, in the meantime, I do think that this break in the action is helping Spicy Pasta for sure. Their momentum looks like the game has started, so we're gonna need to just reset the whole lobby. So perfect chance for everyone to check if they have cross network on. So we'll get that get that changed around here. So yeah, it's gonna help Spicy Pasta for sure in terms of momentum and in terms of what it will do this for the Spicy Pasta team, especially while switching a player in. They have a lot to gain, but of course, like we mentioned before, there is the eternal struggle of swapping a player, and it can both affect your own rotation and the rotation of your opponents. So we'll have to see if Spicy Pasta can adapt quickly.
Now I don't know what to say, so we'll just sit here and wait for the players to join the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty dominant from 12 characters so far, right?
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
they've been just dominant on offense, especially, and in this high pressure, which speaks to their rotations working well and their communication working well in terms of always having a follow up on offense, and in terms of forcing Spicy Pasta to make clears rather than take possession. So yeah, there is an extra player in the lobby now, which I believe is Safety Dave. So, okay, there he goes. So we are good to go. So we will hop into this one, but yeah, like I was saying, it'll come down to Spicy Pasta being able to both adapt better to this high pressure, this fast play style from 12 characters, as well as being able to sort of emulate that themselves if they want to come away with not just one game win, but they're going to need all four to close this out in a reverse sweep. So
Yes, they'll be really relying on their super sub Xbox. I am Ryan, 34, to come away with a win, possibly, for this Spicy Pasta squad. 12 characters are going to try and dominate the ball like they did last game, but the ball is going to pop back down. Carney flicks it back up, and Havel does get rid of it. Back to Zub, who actually just taps that over the top of Cube, and Havel's going to try and take it, but he doesn't have any boosted work with it, and Zub puts it onto the net, but Carney will tap it off the line. Zub has to retreat here, and Carney's bumping Havel off the ball.
no.
He actually knocks it over his teammate, and Havel does I am Ryan, but it does pop off to the side, and Cube and I am Ryan actually double commit onto that ball over to Havel, who puts it back onto the net. Carney has to take a save, which he does. Off onto the wall, and it pops over for Carney again. He takes the ball, and Tyler's knocked it up. 12 characters still having this possession as the ball pops back for Havel, putting it at the far post. That's 1-0 up for them.
Yeah, and it was just a bit of defensive error there, combined with a spectacular shot from Havel. Canny was rotating back in. There was a whiff on the wall, but there was still a player in the net, and that just came down to Havel with the just spectacular shot, ton of power, great placement. I am Ryan just could not reach it in time, and yeah, that does sneak in, and that's really the first chance that we saw from this 12 character squad. They haven't had a ton of offensive pressure, a ton of control on that end of the field, and I don't think this will come to too much as Havel gets demoed there. But yeah, they exactly like I was talking about. They do a great job of capitalizing on every offensive chance they can get their hands on.
They sure are. 12 characters do have the ball in the Spicy Pasta end of the field, and can't just make it save off the backboard. Can't get a ground pitch, and Zub is going to beat him there. Cube trying to make a save, but Zub puts it over him, and it pops back for Iron Ryan. A great pitch all the way back. Havel's there. Cube's going to try and get rid of it, but yeah, there's 12 character squad still putting the ball back into the center, trying to just bait one of the defenders out of goal and open up that space in net. But
Yeah,
the Spicy Pasta guys seem to have that advantage now as it pops back into the half end of the field, actually.
This is something that we've seen from 12 characters this whole series, and something that they've been doing extremely well is playing with the lead. They've gotten the first goal in, I believe, all 4 of our games so far this evening.
Yep.
And once they take that lead, they're able to do a great job of just controlling the ball. Well, I guess they were playing down a little bit in the last one, but They did overcome that as Tyler beats the defender. That was dirty. Man,
Wow.
he just gets the good touch, finds all the Spicy Pasta players still rotating back, and then follows it up himself for a cheeky little touch just over Canicola. And yeah, that's a 2-0 lead, so we'll have to see if Spicy Pasta can bring this one back. Can he? Nearly getting it done there.
Comes up actually there, and Spicy Pasta still looking for this goal. Can he puts it right into Havel, who gets it off to the side, but that's Ryan who's going to try and pop it into the net. Comes back down here, can't follow it up himself. Havel's got no boost, but he is going to try and follow it up. Carney gets it past, but Tyler gets it past him, and there's no one back in the net here. Havel's got the boost, and he's going to try and take that ball, but a minute 40 left, and they're 2-0 down. They need to take this if they want any chance of winning it. Otherwise, it'll be a straight sweep for 12 characters who have been fairly dominant in this season so far.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Spicy Pasta are seed number 1.
There is something there that you briefly touched on, but it probably means a lot more than some people may think. Is Havel just sitting in that corner, waiting for that boost to show? Because this boost starve is super effective against the fast type of offense. We see Canny there does not really seem to have much boost, so he has trouble getting a ton of control of the ball. Boost makes a huge deal in Rocket League, and 12 characters are doing a fairly solid job of controlling it and denying a lot of boost from Spicy Pasta. So we see Spicy Pasta struggling a little bit just to perform as Havel comes off the ceiling for that one. So this boost control and what was that angle?
Puts that one nicely.
Yeah, I mean he just came away with the ball cube with another whiff on the wall, and Havel, brilliant shot from him. I am Ryan not prepared for the pace, and yeah, it's 3-0 now, 42 seconds left. Is this the end?
Yeah, it's looking dire for Spicy Pasta. Looking dire for Spicy Pasta. That goal could be the nail in the coffin, as the ball just still stays in their end of the field. Zub can't quite follow that one up to beat Carney, but the ball just popped back there again. Saves needing to be made. 20 seconds left and 12 characters with the 3-0 lead. It does not look like Spicy Pasta have any chance of coming back, but it's Rocket League. You never know what's going to happen. The ball is going to pop up for Spicy Pasta to try and have one last attack, but Tyler denies it. Cube knocks it up, and that's just wide of the goal. Carney's going to get rid of it, and Havel with the final touch of the game to secure the grand final win for 12 characters.
Yeah, it looks pretty dominant from them, pretty straightforward, especially after the substitution. They just seemed fully in control this game. Spicy Pasta had their moments, but in the end, getting outshot 9-4. So that will make 12 characters our Season 8 champions. So very big congrats to them. They had a fairly rough season, but in the end, they were able to find a full lineup and find a lot of success with that lineup. So yeah, very big congrats to them. Havel as well, definitely, I would have to say, is the MVP of these playoffs. He was just fairly dominant the whole way through in terms of basically everything, but especially on offense, really showing why he is the season's top points per game and goals per game as well. Didn't get as many games in as some of the other players, but very dominant in the ones he plays.
He sure is. What's the procedure now? Do we go into?
I do believe the next procedure is your very favorite 12 characters interview.
Yay!
Man, I know. Oh my goodness.
Fun.
All right, well, hello guys. Big congratulations on becoming Season 8 champions here.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, yeah, there's not a ton to say. That seemed relatively straightforward for you guys. I think you were only coming up from behind once in that whole series. You're playing with the lead for most of it, and you looked good in control of the lead. So is that something that you kind of did on purpose, or did that just naturally come?
Honestly, we especially those first 2 games we won by 1 goal. I think just the fact that we held solid on defense at the beginning and got that first goal. Like if they score the first goal in one of those 2 games and they take one of those games, it could be a totally different series. So a couple lucky breaks went our way, and we capitalized.
Mm-hmm. All did feel very natural. We're just making calls like we normally do, and all the rotations just seemed to work out really well for us.
Well, it was a 4-0 sweep, so you guys definitely did very, very well to take the win. So congratulations to you guys taking out your biggest opponents for the season, I would say, Spicy Pasta, who are definitely a strong team all season long. And we'll be very interested to see if some of you guys come back for Season 9 of ORSA Boost Cup.
Absolutely, it should be a good one, and we'll have to see what can happen. But that is going to be the end of this 12 character squad for official matches, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys will continue playing together, especially now that Havel's on PC, so you can work it out. Another question as well, less in the world of Rocket League, but important question nonetheless, is what was the intent of your name for the first couple of games there, Havel?
It's because of the way you pronounce my name.
How is it supposed to be pronounced? Is it Havel?
It's Havel. Havel's the way most people say it, but I haven't corrected you.
So I've been doing it wrong, and 5 squared has been cool.
but I love it. That's why it was an homage. It wasn't a criticism.
So you want to be Havel? Or Havel or Havel?
No.
Sounds more foreign, exotic.
Yeah, I guess we'll hear their thoughts about it on the stream.
Yeah, I mean, we just assumed you were making fun of 5 squared because, I mean, why wouldn't you make fun of 5 squared? But regardless, guys, great season. Big congrats on the win in our holiday themed Boost Cup finals.
Yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys again in the coming season. But for now, you guys have a good night and enjoy your win.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks, guys.
Wow, that sounded stupid of me, but whatever.
I will enjoy my win. Thank you very much.
Hey, so, Boop, you enjoy this win.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I get my ring now.
This was for you, man. You would never.
Wait, do we get a shout out?
Member of 12 characters. Oh yeah, we can do shout outs. Thanks to our scrim crew, Commando Mo, Tiki, and Contagious Tomfoolery. Yes.
And also shout out to Jay, who works for Waterloo Fire and Recovery Services, for taking care of the fire that happened in my kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Creature for House Out of Nowhere for life. And hi, Mom. Even though she's not watching.
She might be. You never know.
You never know. Maybe Creature's been your mother all along.
Whoa.
A guy can dream.
All right. Well, yeah. You guys enjoy your night.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, guys.
I'm so excited I get my ring.
Yeah, your honorary ring for losing 2 games and then winning a 3v2.
Hey, I won a 3v2, yeah.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to take care of that for yourself because I can't do that for you. But
It's not the first time I've heard that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, yeah. Big win from 12 characters. There isn't too much to say that hasn't already been said. It was super dominant. Everyone getting shout outs at the end. So, yeah, big congrats to those guys. They did look solid. They did have their fair share of problems all season. They had a lot of trouble just getting a full team of 4 players together between. I think they went through. Yeah, I don't know. For a 4-player team, they went through 8 or 9 players to get a full team together eventually. So, yeah, credit where credit's due. They did good to stick it out.
Havel and Zub.
Yeah, and they looked very solid all season, both of those guys. So
yeah, they worked very well together all season.
Like I said, I would definitely have to give my finals MVP to Havel. It was a pretty crazy season from him. Honestly, he might deserve the whole regular season MVP as well. They don't do those things here, but if we did, I would say he would deserve them.
Sure, we do them now.
We do them now. All right,
Yep.
Congratulations, Havel. I'm officially declaring one singular vote from me, but I make the rules here, so.
I'll second it.
All right, there we go. So now I'm validated in my opinion. You don't have a choice in this 5 squared. It was going to happen whether or not, but I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Yeah, vote of confidence. Yeah, let's go.
Quote unquote. But yeah, I do believe that will wrap up our coverage of this season. So I would like to give a personal shout out to all of our players for this season. Very, very big, very appreciative of all of them for sticking around. It was a long season. I believe it's the longest season that Boost Cup has ever done, or Boost Cup / Boost League has ever done. So yeah. So big shout out to all our players for sticking through the season and playing for us, and also a big shout out to all of our viewers. I didn't see what we peaked at during our stream there, but there's definitely been an active chat for sure. So very appreciative of all those people. If you so desire, we would really appreciate a follow, or you can smash our shiny new subscribe button. Recently got affiliate status, so we also got bits as well. If you happen to have any bits that you don't mind donating, we would certainly appreciate that. So I guess one last thing before I throw this over to McBoop to wrap up our stream is that I would look out for the next season sign up to go out sometime around mid-January. So we're taking a month-ish off for the holidays. Usually a bit challenging to run a season over Christmas and New Year's and all that fun stuff. Everyone's traveling, no one's around, no one wants to play Rocket League. So we'll see everybody again in January for that. If you wish to be the first to hear about it, you can join up into the Boost Cup Discord, which I do believe will be the best place to hear about it first, in Boost Cup Discord. So you can find that at !Discord. But I do believe that is it for me for this season. So 5 squared, do you have any other shout outs, things you wish to say before the end of the stream here?
I have one thing to say, and that is to thank you, Llama, for a great season of co-casting. I know I wasn't there the entire time, but you were the perfect partner for me to take on my first season of casting, also Boost Cup, and I'll be looking forward to having you in the next one.
Absolutely. I appreciate you being here for all these, despite coming all the way from Australia. So definitely a great job to you, and another shout out to Dr. McBoop and Contagious Tomfoolery for running our cameras for this season.